Hey folks, Michael McGee here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to take blades and plates from your grinder that have got worn to where they're not cutting very well and sharpen them. It's basically not so much sharpening as it is realigning and getting the grooves out. This makes grooves in it as the blade turns, and the blade also gets little etch marks in it. So we're going to take those out. I learned this method from two guys in a cooler, and Eric was spot on. I've done it with this grinder once. I've done it with my grinder at home a couple times, and it really works. So I'm going to show you this method, and it's very simple because it just uses plain old sandpaper. It's got to be wet, dry sandpaper. You're going to be getting it wet, and you want to go through 3 different grits. We're going to start with 80. We're going to go next to 120, and then we're going to polish it off with some 400. So the main trick is keep it wet, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this in a way to where it comes off evenly, because you can keep going. You may not be putting the exact pressure on every part the same. So I'm going to get it good and wet. This does not have any ridges. It has one divot. We have to use that divot to get our north-south line, because it does matter. You just don't throw it on there and start sanding. So we're going to put our divot at exactly 12 o'clock, which is from me to you. And then we're going to go 10 strokes, 1, 2, 3, and so on until we're done. Putting firm pressure on. And that's 10. Now you would think you want to turn it a quarter turn. No. You want to take it and move it just a little. 1 o'clock. Picture 1 o'clock in your head. And then you want to do 10 strokes again at 1 o'clock. All right, at that point, we're taking it back to 12 noon, straight at you, and we're going to do 10 more. All right, that's that. Now, we're going to turn the thing completely 180 and put the divot towards me. And then we're going to do the exact same procedure. 10 times at 6 o'clock. Then we're going to go this way. That would be 7 o'clock. We're going to do 7 o'clock 10 times. Then we're going to go back to 6 o'clock. Now it's time to check. We got to see, did we get all of those grooves out? It's been a long time since we sharpened this. I will personally be surprised if they're all out. And they are not all out, but they are going away quickly. I think if I do that repetition one more time, both directions, we're going to have it knocked out. We'll be able to move on to the 120. One thing you might notice in the video, I've got a large piece of glass. You have got to do this on an extremely flat surface. If you have dips, if you use wood like a cutting board, it's not going to be flat enough. And when you get done, there's a very high possibility it's going to be worse than it was when you start. So definitely use something very flat. They sell honing plates for this very purpose. I just happen to have a piece of 1/2-inch glass on hand that I'm able to use for this. Not everybody has this, but if you do, use it. Not all glass is perfectly flat either. This is my flat one. I've got a couple of this same size that have a little bow in them. So it makes a big difference. And you don't want to do all this only to find out that you screw the thing all up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's no way, the reason you flip it around, there's no way I'm putting the exact same pressure with my thumb as I am my middle finger right there. Come back and then we should be done once I finish this up. That is extremely easy. I tried doing this with regular sandpaper. It wasn't wet, dry sandpaper. This makes a huge difference. All right, I got it looking really good, just exactly what I need it to look like for finishing up. When I look at the other side, very visible that it has more etchings in a circular motion. Now, the ones I've been sanding, the etchings are all running one direction, not circular. And that's what you want. It's got to etch it if you're gonna get it done. So the next thing we're gonna do is set the 80 grit to the side, get our 120, lay it down, and put some water on it. And you want nice, wet sandpaper. It's gotta be wet. Now we're gonna take it, let me look, make sure I'm on the correct side, just like that. You can do both sides, but if it takes a long time and it's hard, you might just want to do one side and look. Before you grind, look, see which one is smooth, which one has the etches. Put the smooth side in towards the blade like that so that they mesh. Anyhow, here we go. I'm going to do this on the 120 10 times. We're going to do the exact same thing. 10 at 12 o'clock, 10 at 1 o'clock, 10 at 12 o'clock, 10 at 6 o'clock, 10 at 7 o'clock, 10 at 6 o'clock, and then we'll assess and see if we got it. I say let's do it. All right, now we've got the small one. This one here is the 10 millimeter plate. Is that right?
I think so.
Yep. This one I know to be a 4.5 millimeter plate. We love it for our finished grind on sausage, and it needs help too. We got this thing shiny enough on this side here that you could literally read the paper. So we're done with that one. I'm gonna hit this one. I'm gonna do the exact same thing, get it cleaned up, and then we're gonna hit the blade, because the blade is very important. It is like the most important. And when it comes around here, it has got to be basically married to this thing just exactly perfect. What this does, the auger pushes the meat into these little holes, the blade cuts it off very quickly. And that is why we're able to get through 25 pounds of meat in 2 minutes. Pretty amazing. All right, here we go. Meat brand grinder. You can drop down in the comments if you want to get one, or you could just stay on and watch, because we're fixing to put some stuff in there and eat it like we never have before. And I don't even think you'll believe it. got that done. One thing I learn every time I do this, it takes more sandpaper than you might think, because it didn't take on that coarse plate, it didn't take long till I could just feel it wasn't cutting anymore. And I could sit there and scrape away for the next 2 years. It's a lot better. Go ahead and get you a multi-pack. That way you can just pull another one out and you will feel the difference. If you think you don't feel the difference, but it doesn't seem to be changing, you pull out a new one, you will feel it cutting, because it is so much harder to push that blade or that plate or whatever you're doing. And these are going in the trash. And we are now gonna hook up this Bertha and grind some meat. This is gonna be deer meat from the 2025 season, which is the last season we had. 1 or 2 of these deer was probably killed in 26, you know, at the turn of the year.
Yeah.
This here is a meat grinder, and I'm telling you what, folks, this thing will absolutely rip through some meat in a hurry. I've never used a grinder any better in my life, and they have got a superb reputation. A lot of meat processors use them. I don't know that a lot of homesteaders use them. I know some do. This is not no Mickey Mouse operation. This is when you're wanting to get down and dirty and grind some meat. If you've been watching my channel very long, you know a single 25-pound batch is a small amount for us to do. And what we're gonna grind today is even less than that. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. I just about messed up. It comes with a neoprene or silicone, whatever the what do you call that thing?
An O-ring?
It's an O-ring or a washer or something.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, that sits in the back, and that keeps all that friction out of it. Really works good. Tighten that down. This pulls right out. Guess what just fell off?
The O-ring
The
every time.
O-ring. It's all beauty, but you can't lose it, or you don't want to lose it. And we're just going to give that a little twist. We're going to be using the coarse plate to start with, and I'm obviously going to be putting that shiny new inside there that I just about made a boo-boo. You've got to put the blade in first, and the flat part has to be facing out, or else you will not grind. It will not take you any time whatsoever to figure out something ain't right. So I'm gonna screw this on. This front housing really holds good, and I love the way it's made. You just stick your finger in there and go to town with it. All right, I'm gonna pull this over here. We're gonna grind some deer meat. All right, Miss Merritt has the meat, but I may have been slightly misleading, although it was unintentional. It's not just meat. There's cheese. Who made the cheese, Miss Merritt?
I did.
You did. She made the cheese. What kind of cheese is it?
It's mozzarella.
The best cheese on earth. We've got jalapeno peppers, cheese, salt,
Onion.
and onion. And that's all going through right now. And I'll hold this.
All right.
Go ahead and fill this up, because you don't want to turn this on. Actually, you know what I'm going to do right quick?
What's that?
You're supposed to kind of lubricate the plate of the blade. And if you crank her up dry, that could be what causes a little of that initial etching. I'm going to take a piece of meat and just rub it all over that. A piece of fat would be better, but this recipe does not call for fat. And you're wondering, what on earth kind of a recipe are you making? Well, we'll show you in just a minute. All right, we'll crank her down one more time. People say you don't have to make it real tight, but you want it snug. You don't want no play in there, because that's not good. You want this to be snug. Got your set screw, keeps this one straight. And here we go. gonna clean this up, and I believe we're gonna put the fine blade on and finish it up. McGee has not ground such a small batch in the history of this channel. I feel fairly confident about that, but that's okay. There's always time to do something new, and this is that time. McGee. I'm looking at it, I believe that's the shiny. What you're looking for is the lack of round etching. And you see, it's all going one way and it's very fine. That's what you want.
I remember what we were gonna eat it with.
What's
Frozen fish fat.
Oh, that's right, and we do have it.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna believe what we have discovered on this houseboat trip. We discovered something that you won't believe. You'll see it with your own eyes and you'll tell me, McGee, I don't believe it. All right. Before we turn it on, let's put 100% of it in.
Okie doke.
I believe it'll fit it all. And this was 1 pound of meat plus.
Yeah. Plus
So,
like 1 1/4.
yeah. So we're talking about 1 1/4 pounds that easily fits right here in this tube. That may have something to do with the reason why you can grind 25 pounds in just a couple minutes. This thing is not little. This is a number 32, 1.5 horsepower, and we're fixing to see it work right now.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. McGee, don't stick your fingers in it, you'll die. I didn't die. All right, a little more up there. All right. People don't know what they're looking at. Folks, don't turn your phone off when I tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. They'll turn their phone off. We're putting it over there for a very specific reason. We're fixing to eat. All right, what we have here, what we've created is a recipe called Parisa, and it is made raw meat, jalapenos, onions, and cheese. Obviously, we're gonna salt it. What I have here, I don't know if you're gonna read that or not. I made a discovery while I was cleaning a fish on the houseboat, on the lake. I have all my life cleaned catfish, and I realized those catfish are fatty little rascals. Well, I became a carnivore and I started liking fat, and when I saw that fat, clean, smooth, oily, warm, not real warm because fish are cold-blooded. I guess fish are cold-blooded? No, I don't know. Catfish may not be cold-blooded. Whatever the case may be, that fat rolled out of there, and I didn't do it on camera, folks. So I do have a little bit of self-awareness, but it was so good. So what we've got right here is some raw fish fat that I have brought back from the lake. I salvaged it. It always gets thrown in the dust heap on the pile for the buzzards to eat. Buzzards have notoriously eaten the best things for years. All right, this stuff is melting extremely fast. I just took it out of the freezer just moments ago. It's already getting to that epic stage of perfection. And it's still solid enough to slice, and you gotta get on it and do it while you can, because once it gets fully thawed, you're not gonna slice it too easily. Let me put half of this on your plate.
All right.
If you can't eat half of it, that's fine. But we're gonna try fish fat, homemade cheese, and Parisa. This is a carnivore delicacy. You can go ahead and get you some if you would like.
Okay.
We ground it through. This is the first thing we ground through with our newly sharpened blades and our your maker brand grinder. Parisa. Is it good? For those of you that are not carnivore, you would eat this on a cracker. That's what you would do. But we're gonna eat it with cheese and fat and see how we like it. I want to stress just before I take this first bite, always use extremely fresh meat and do it the day you get it if you're using meat from the store. know your butcher, know that it's fresh, know where it came from. You don't want to be doing this with Argentina beef. This is deer meat. Beef is great too. You just don't want to use real fatty cuts. I recommend you deer hunters try it with your deer, because especially if you process it your own self like we do. We process these on camera. You saw it. We do it clean. We keep them cold. We don't allow any bacteria. Anyway, let's down the hatch with it. That onion. That's the first thing I'm getting.
Yeah, me too. I did salt it a little before we sent it through the grinder, but I think it needs a little bit more.
It does need more salt. I'm gonna get a fork and get me some more pepper. This is the Redmonds real salt. It's perfect for this kind of situation when you need something fine, a fine table salt. What I need is a fine pepper. I really like my jalapenos. I've already eaten probably 4 times that many today, but you just can't beat the jalapeno. Cheese, meat, jalapeno. I'm gonna eat the first piece of fish fat for y'all, plain. I can't even taste anything, let alone the fishy flavor. There's no fishy flavor.
It's just bland.
It's very bland. It's very smooth. There's no connective tissue. It's like the best, purest fat a body could ever ask for. I can't believe it. I wish I had a laboratory. I would test it, because I'd love to know what I'm eating. But right now, what I'm eating is Parisa with jalapeno and cheese. Homemade mozzarella. That's unbelievable.
It's very good. And you wouldn't think raw onions would be very good, but the meat and the raw onions go together perfectly.
Perfectly. By grinding them up small through that fine plate, that's what did it. If it was big chunks, obviously that may not fly. Jalapeno, fat, and Parisa. I've got carnivores watching right now. Guys, this will wind your clock, let me tell you.
It's so good.
It is unbelievably good. This would take any processed food that you want to buy and just grind it up and throw it in the garbage.
I'm gonna try one jalapeno on mine.
You'll never go back. You'll never take another bite without it.
Okay. I do not have the spice tolerance that Mr. Micah does.
Somebody just said, Mr. Micah, I thought he was your husband. Nope. We get 1,000 times a day we get that question. No, not really that many times, but people ask it a lot because I'm over here all the time. This is not even my house, folks. So obviously it's not my wife. Adam Merritt, he owns this house. We are neighbors. We butcher together. We homestead. We do everything together. Mr. Adam is a fireworks technician. We come over here all the time watching him blow off fireworks, fireballs, which you've seen on this channel. He's gotten kind of professional with it. Don't tell nobody, but you might see him at a professional sporting event, NASCAR, you just name it. You be looking over there by the fireworks people, you may see Adam. But this here, it's not going to be at any fireworks show. This ain't going to be at any sporting event. If it was, it would cost you 3 times what a burger is, because this is top of the line. This is seafood. This is wildlife. This is dairy. Homemade cheese from a cow by the name of Cupcake. The only thing we didn't make ourselves or produce is the peppers. And I like them.
They're actually really good. The meat and the fat somehow dilute the peppers.
Oh my goodness. To me, the best bite is the bite with the fish fat and the pepper. Parisa, fish fat, and pepper.
Can I please have that platter?
You can take it off.
I'm going to take a couple pieces. I don't know that I need the last piece.
Well, I'll take the last piece.
Okay.
That'll make you feel better, wouldn't it?
It will.
Okay.
I won't leave one piece there lonely.
Oh, folks. If you've got a grinder, that's a good way to sharpen it right there. Highly recommend Eric's Way. 2 Guys in the Cooler. Go hit up Eric on 2 Guys in the Cooler and say, Mr. Micah McGee over at Homestead Adventures said he really likes the way you sharpen the grinder blades. And also, while you're in my descriptions, go ahead and jump down to Meet Your Maker Grinders. See what kind of deal you can get on a 1.5 horsepower 32. If you don't want that size, you want something smaller, they got smaller. They got bigger. We just hit the middle of the road there, and that's been doing us great. And if you've been watching this channel long, you know it.
We butcher
So good.
enough to keep that thing in business.
We keep that thing warm. About any time you can come in there and feel the motor, it's probably gonna be warm. If it ain't running. That is good.
Then I suppose, if you make some, you can't eat it all in one sitting, and you don't want to take any chances, you could simply pop it in the fridge
Yep.
and make you a couple of burgers for supper.
Yeah, you could easily make burgers with that, fry it up, grill it, whatever you want. But I'm gonna have to show you some more.
Have at it. There's plenty there.
There is. You would think between the 2 carnivore we could eat a pound.
You would think so, but we only had lunch. Was it 3 hours ago?
Yeah, but that was fish. Fish is a lightweight meal.
That is true.
We're gonna have to dig in. Folks, I appreciate you watching. If you watched all the way to this far, you are in the majority of the minority. You're in the best group that we've got. And I appreciate it. But that's all we've got for you today. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.